Greetings, listeners. Your host for the night, Zach here, introducing you to The Call of Cthulhu podcast by Twisted Gear Studios. First, some announcements. The community goal has been achieved. We've slowly been using the funds as we've been getting them to get the studio set up for video, and now with the goal hit, we've purchased the final few pieces. I'll be putting a video together this week, kind of like a studio tour to kind of show off the changes that have been made so you guys know where we've been going with it and what moving forward we're going to be doing with stuff now that we have video as a component. We won't start having video added to episodes yet, for the next few anyway, as we do record them in advance, and even afterwards we'll still be posting audio-only versions on the normal platforms, so no changes will happen there. Our video podcasts, when they do go up, will be posted in place of the audio-only versions on our YouTube page. We can't thank you all enough for the swelling support so far on Ko-fi, and to the folks such as Alec, KJ, Noops, D-Devil1193, TJ, Taylor, James, Tyler, Rosa, Alex, Wes, and Flatted Fifth. Remember to add with your donation notes to let us know who you want to send your luck to, and we'll tally it up into the games. You can also send us a DM on Ko-fi if you aren't able to let us know in any other way. But for now,
last we left our investigators, Agatha has been working to help Father O'Malley overcome his temporal illness and looked into the background of Albert Gall. Meanwhile, Marion has begun to transpose the strange markings from the journal of Althea's grandfather to unsavory results.
Okay, so everyone, needs a good night's rest.
Yeah.
So it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
you son of
I'm gonna start this off. It's a dark and dreary night. No, yeah, I have a feeling that everyone is now still in the library.
Yeah.
And there is a fireplace, except it's not lit. It's a humid night.
Humid.
Okay, fair enough. From last game, having to roll the luck roll to see if there was a fireplace. Okay, Althea had just finished tearing out the pages out of Marion's journal, where she had copied over from Alowishes' sketchbook. Alowishes' sketchbook. And apparently seemed to be summoning something quite crazy, which was stopped. I mean, I don't need to do a full recap. You can probably just listen to that episode.
I also do recaps for every episode, just saying.
Cool.
Being a dick, I'm sorry.
Cool. But it is now around 2 a.m. in the morning. It's 2 in the morning. You all did a 4-hour library use block. In some way, shape, or form. Althea got some information about the Swill's Gullet and the history thereof. Marion worked on the Silver Twilight Lodge information. Amos got a bit more information on Walter Corbett and Carl Sanford and Michael Thomas. Tried to piece together a timeline somewhat. And Agatha phoned Father Farwell, right? Father Farwell, and he gave you some information as well, which was pretty good. And then you went and sat with Father O'Malley and helped you with another successful psychoanalysis roll, helped him sort of come to grips before he is lost forever into the vastness of space. Pretty good. It's 2 a.m. I believe we ended, it's been a little bit since we played, but I believe we ended with people discussing maybe going to talk to Simon for some reason.
Yeah.
And potentially, I believe the plan was to head to the morgue, where the body of the Skeet lookalike was found in the trunk of Heinrich's car.
Yes.
Because the worry was that potentially the last lookalike Skeet, the tale of too many Skeets, the last lookalike Skeet lit himself on fire and there were slugs in them, and you're worried that potentially the morgue isn't, or the attendants aren't equipped to deal with that.
A slug festation, if
And-
you will.
A slug festation.
Good lord. And did we find out that did we hear that Ulrich Fannin has gone missing at some point?
Skeet wasn't able to find him.
Yeah, the last I believe you found out about Ulrich Fannin was that on the night you went to Heinrich's house, when you came back the next day and was surprised to see Skeet there, was that Ulrich Fannin had came and was spending time with Skeet
That's
in
what it
his
was.
treehouse. I
Yeah.
believe that was the last time that. Forgive me if I'm wrong,
That's
but
right.
I believe
That's
that was
Because
the
at
last
first, Skeet wasn't able to find him, and then he showed up.
time. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that was okay. Yeah, no, I know exactly what I needed to talk to Simon about. So it's would and this is I guess this is a keeper question. Would, as a part of the 4-hour block, would we have been able to share the information with each other that we've all learned? No? Okay,
No,
so-
because the time that you would have been able to spend to go over the information with each other was taken up with dealing with
That one.
the sketchbook incident. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. You could take some time and sit down and discuss it if you'd like. Now, yeah, it's up to you how you would like to proceed.
All right.
I'm afraid we'd all fall asleep if we did that first.
We need
No.
to move. We have too many things we need to do tonight.
Yeah.
Look, Althea, I understand there have been a number of books that have been unsettling to you. Don't destroy that page. Keep it hidden. Keep it away from me. That's fine. But this is something that we should hold on to and speak to Simon at a later date.
I'm playing with a lighter as you're having this conversation.
Whatever. It's the 20s. People smoke indoors.
I'd be probably continuing on with first aid, I suppose. Probably.
Helping bandage up
Yeah, people.
Althea.
We had decided earlier tonight, before we got started on our individual research, that we needed to go to the morgue. That there could be danger there from whatever these slug creatures are. That is, at this point, we can discuss what we found out on the drive there. But if we wait too much longer, the morning shift is going to start to come in.
And just as a keeper, I'm just going to jump in here really quick. Because the drive to the morgue you're going to be going to, will take around 25 to 30 minutes, you can also sort of fill each other in on what you found out on the drive. So that way we don't need to prolong,
That's right.
you know what I mean?
That's fair. All right. I know I said something about having to go talk to Simon. That can wait until morning. That's not going to help us at the coroner's office.
But we wouldn't take Simon with us to the coroner's office? More bodies might be better, maybe.
We left him doing research on Sin Eater stuff downstairs. Would it be safe to assume his 4-hour block he acquired, like he's done, or is he still working?
So, whether I had said it or not, I'm assuming if you all went to do your library use, that Simon, there is a fair to good chance that if Simon is not in the library and he's not messing around somewhere else in the house, he's down in the lab bar doing some research. Although you haven't heard from him in the last 4 hours.
He may also have gone to bed. It's quite late.
It's a fair point. So I guess that either way, the question stands: do we wake him from sleep, or do we disturb his research? Do we need him to come with us?
I don't think we need him to come with us, personally. I mean, to be fair, we're trying to sneak in here and get something done under quiet. The more of us there are, the more conspicuous we might be.
This is true, and
Yeah, I'm all about that.
he has in terms of the work done at the New England Center of Antiquities, Simon has always been more of a researcher than an adventurer.
Yeah, that's obvious.
All right, so then it's just the 4 of us. We should get the car ready, or are we bringing Skeet? Is he going to be our driver? Because, like, if we need to get away.
This was going to be my question. I mean, do we want someone in a vehicle if we need to leave quickly. We don't have to bring Skeet for that. One of us can do it, but it depends on if we want someone
Given
else.
the nature of some of the information that I found that I'd like to talk with you all in the car about, I would feel much comfortable if we did not bring Skeet with us on this.
To be honest, I could probably wait in the car considering my face is plastered all over the police station.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
And I can keep my Lee Enfield at least hidden in a vehicle if needed.
Or lest have another poster drawn up if you fair point.
Certainly have it hidden.
Yeah.
No,
Now I'll
think
start
this
a
is
collection.
I think this is a good plan.
Fucking love it.
I think this is a good plan. Let's head out.
All right. Yes. I guess grab coat, hat, camera,
I'm gonna grab my
load the gun.
Lee Enfield first aid kit and I don't know what else. Probably need flashlights. Your car is equipped with so much stuff. I'm pretty sure it's got almost everything else other than my gun and another first aid kit or something. So that'd be fine for me.
Okay.
Okay, so you're all heading.
Yeah, we'll iron out the plan in the car.
Okay. Just give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
Just double checking something.
Because we'll actually discuss the plan on the way there, as opposed to getting there and being like, "Fuck, what's the plan?"
We got 30 minutes.
We have 30 minutes. 25, 30 minutes.
I'm just wondering right now how much adrenaline I might need for this trip out there.
Is there anybody collecting anything to take with them?
Other
Is
than
a fair question.
I'm gonna have
your
my
regular
regular
stuff.
satchel.
Yeah, your satchel with your
Regular
journals.
stuff
And your small flashlight.
small flashlight.
And your small flashlight.
Your pen flashlight? Is that what it was?
No, it's just a small, like a
was it
mag
small?
light. Like
Yeah.
a mag light, yeah. Other than regular equipment, Amos has a handgun.
Yeah, gun, camera, coat, hat.
Medical/forensics bag.
Yeah,
Crowbar.
I'm always assuming, actually, that's with you.
Well, crowbar.
Now-
would be
And
normal.
crowbar.
Well, that's also part of like a tire changing kit, isn't it?
So it would be in the car.
So it would be in the trunk.
Also,
You mean a tire iron?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crowbar is
That's
for
fine.
opening box.
Big question.
Yes.
Kathleen.
Either or works.
Yes, I'm bringing Kathleen.
That's
But I would also like to grab a hat of some sort to put it so that it's shielding my face a little bit better than just
So you're going to wear a ball cap.
a ball
Hey,
cap.
Carmen
Newsboys
San
cap.
Diego. how you doing?
You want to wear Newsboys?
Newsboys cap, excuse
Like
me. That of the 20s.
Don't look at me.
That's
I
exactly
mean,
what it was.
Okay, so you grab a Newsies cap.
Hey,
I'm
we're
sure.
about to do Newsies. I mean, it's on the brain.
It's
I'm
similar
sure.
to this.
Get out of here. Don't look at me.
Is there anyone else
This
picking
is an
up
auditory medium.
any type of
Not yet, for
equipment
now.
from the house?
I'll take a quick rundown to the laboire. I love how we use that term and nobody laughs at it anymore. It's just the word.
We're
is
just,
what it
you're
is.
just over it.
I'll run into the laboire and grab a couple of things from the cabinet to put in my bag that I might need, might not need. Resupply it, as it were.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Okay, so the Packard Twin Six usually is in the garage. Usually what happens is somebody sends Skeet to get the car. And now I know you mentioned you don't want to take Skeet with you.
Right.
So somebody would need to go to the garage,
I can.
to get the car.
Well, if I'm driving anyway, I can go grab that.
Yeah,
That's fine by me.
I'll go with you.
I'll wait in the lobby.
Sure.
I don't know.
What do you think's gonna happen?
It's 2. What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't
It's
know.
2 a.m. and this house is fucking creepy. Did you not see the stormy shit inside the library? No?
I wasn't there.
Fuck! I'll go with you.
Okay, fine.
Marion is just watching this conversation of two people wearing very similar 20 style hats arguing with each other.
I mean,
That's a hot
Zach
five.
is wearing a similar hat. Amos is not.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of hat does Amos wear again? It's sort of like the Sam shade.
Like
wears
the
a fedora.
fucking- Yeah,
It's
like
a
like
fedora.
if you didn't know any better, it looked like it walked out of the like an Italian mafia from New York.
Okay, it's a proper fedora. Wide brim fedora. Not the short stuff that came out in the 80s.
Not that trilby shit. No.
Yeah, no,
no,
not that.
I know the difference between a fucking fedora and a trilby.
But I'm talking about the audience. may
oh
not
yes,
know. There you
yes.
Well done.
I believe you all know. Of course you do.
Have you seen how many different hats I own? Ridiculous.
To the audience, he has a lot. There you go.
So Agatha and Amos are having their usual conversations.
You want some whiskey? I got some whiskey right here.
Regular talk as they're going to head out to the garage. The garage. I'm going to always say both.
The garage.
The garage. And Althea is heading down to the labour, where Simon potentially is at the moment. And Marion is just going to stay in the foyer and just wait for the car to pull up by herself.
Yep.
Okay.
So the party is officially split again.
Yeah, but you're at Althea's mansion. You're
That
at the
doesn't
mansion on the
mean
hill.
safe. There's a theater underneath the house.
Oh no, a theater!
Half of us work in a theater. That shit's pretty fucked.
Althea,
Yes.
you go to the labour. Doors closed. You open it up and you start going down the stairs. But I want you to roll me a luck roll.
Oh.
What?
Excellent start. Excellent start.
Hate that.
Oh. 96 out of 72. Not a critical fail. But I am not lucky.
96 out of 72.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. So, as you're walking down, so basically there's the door and then there's stairs. And I know I've described this before, but it's like stone stairs that go down. But the where the ceiling is, so when the stairs go down, as you're halfway down the stairs, you can look into the labour. It's open. You know what I mean? So you can see the door up the stairs from the labour, and you go down. First thing you notice is that Simon, yes, has been quite busy in the labour in the last 4 hours. You see a pile of beakers, a lot of... it's almost like an alchemical experiment that he has set up. Amos, I believe you've seen him do this. You might have been there before and seen when one time he was working on trying to figure out that black glue and it was sound sensitive and stuff. You do not see Simon, though. Simon doesn't seem to be here. But there's basically at least... it's taken up most of the table space in the laboratory. All these test tubes and filtrations and titrations and everything just all in a line like you'd see in an alchemical mad wizard's laboratory. They're trying to turn lead to gold, you know. But Simon isn't there. And the experiment is running. Like, you can see stuff flowing through and everything else like that. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, I'm just going to kind of see if I can... I'm going to quickly look at what he's got set up.
Did you want to take a quick glance? Or did you want to take the time to figure out what he's doing?
Depends on how much time I need to figure out what he's doing.
It's up to you how long you want to be down there.
Yeah, but...
Before they come.
We're getting ready to leave, and time is kind of a thing. So if it's like, 5-10 minutes...
How long must it be for a world of matter?
Yeah, like...
Well, you'd have to be there for at least 5 minutes and make a pharmacy roll to figure out sort of what's going on.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
If you stayed for around half an hour, you could figure out the process more. You could guess within 5, but it would take
I'll do the 5 minutes, because, they're going to get the car. Like, we are... whatever, in a rush and stuff.
Well, this is the thing. I'm throwing a lot of shiny things at you to delay you to see how you deal with the time you have left. This is my point.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you're going to take
We're never getting to the coroner's
Listen,
office.
You take
Althea's
5 minutes.
solo who she is. Yes.
5 minutes. Roll me a pharmacy check. What's your pharmacy at?
49.
Okay. 96 to 100 is a fail.
34
Critical.
out of 49.
Put a tick in the pharmacy.
Ooh.
Sorry, I whistled.
Okay. So, as you're just looking at the process, that was a regular success, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as you're looking at the process, you also notice that there is a cigarette case, a gold cigarette case, off to the side open.
Yeah.
And there was the 3 vials of clear liquid and 1 vial of the clear liquid mixed with somebody's blood.
Yeah.
Right? You notice that one of the vials of clear liquid is gone. It's not in that cigarette case, and that's open on the end. And you can see it empty Like the vial that would be in is empty. So you're thinking that he's doing some kind of process to figure out
what it is.
Or how it would work. But with the 5 minutes, as like you see in a lot of movies and such, is as you start realizing the direction that all these, how the process is going. And at the end, you just see a beaker with a little spout from top, and there's just drip. And there's just this single drops, and it drops around once a minute. A drop goes in. Yeah. And it's a little tiny amount of liquid in the bottom. And as you look at it, you almost swear that as you're looking at it, the liquid in the bottom moves over to the side of the beaker closest to you. Like, quick.
I'm going to rub my eyes because it's 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to rub my eyes and look at it again and be like...
It just seems to be pooling on the edge of the beaker closest to you. You don't really see it move. Maybe it was a trick of the eye.
It literally... I have gotten no sleep, and it's 2 a.m. I'm stressed out. I'm bruised to all living hell. Whatever. It's fine. It's whatever.
Okay, so now what were you going to do in the lab?
I'm going to go and go to one of the locked cabinets and take one of my keys and just I'll grab a couple of needles and a small bottle.
A couple of needles and a small bottle.
Yes. Of liquid.
Oh, okay. I need to sort of know what you're taking. So, actually, I'm just gonna ask you straight up.
Yeah.
You doing drugs?
It's not something it's something that would possibly be found that you would have there, which is fine. I don't want to,
No,
if this is the kind of thing that you want to keep secret from the other players, are you comfortable with her texting it to you?
No, it's fine. I'm sure that Althea wouldn't take anything.
It would be like a solution mix of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that all you're taking?
Yeah, because anything else that I would probably need would be in my forensics bag, I guess.
Yeah,
my bag.
Potentially, you have
stuff.
a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
I think I have a guess of what you're taking. But...
I'll also potentially take see if I can. I'll take a larger sized jar and put it in my bag in case.
Oh, like a sample jar.
Like a larger than normal sized sample jar.
Yes. Oh, this is good. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Just in case,
Okay, you put that into your bag.
I'll put that into my bag, yeah.
Fair enough.
And then, I'll do it up, and I'll kind of how you can take one hand and you put it on your eyeballs and kind of rub to the bridge of your nose, and then take a deep cleansing breath.
Lord,
roll me a spot hidden.
Oh no!
You never know when these spot hidden rolls just come out of nowhere and bite you in the ass.
Hopefully, it doesn't literally bite me in the ass.
It fucking might. Bail.
60 out of 72.
No. Okay.
Are we though?
Put a tick in spot hidden.
I
love spot hiddens. You also noticed something you didn't really notice because it was sort of hidden a little bit behind all the beakers, but there seems to be an open bottle of liquor, an open bottle of scotch. To be honest, can you roll me a credit rating roll?
Oh Lord. 41 out of 58.
Yeah, put a tick in credit rating. I'm being generous. Even though these are just regular things normally supposed to matter to get a tick, but it is a really expensive bottle of scotch. It is really, I don't know how to put it. It was like
your triple grade
forever ago, found in a cave. Where it was stored by the people secretly making it. It is an extremely expensive bottle of scotch, and you do notice the stamp of Goodyear on it as it is from your father's private stock of scotch. And it's round. The bottle, you don't see a glass, but you notice that around half of the bottle of scotch is gone.
Oh.
And because you don't see glass, you're just assuming every now and then Simon just takes a swig.
Okay, so first of all, is there a what's the
A cork?
a cork there for it?
Yes, there is a cork on the side. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go and take the cork and the bottle.
Oh, you didn't take the bottle as well. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to put the cork back in the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to put that bottle also into my medical bag.
Fair enough. Half a bottle of extremely expensive scotch.
And then I'm going to remind myself that murder is against the law, although slapping a bitch might not be. And then
it is.
Going to
Actually,
That's assault.
then I'm just going to leave the lab because before I get very, 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 very angry.
That's okay.
I don't have time to be angry now.
Now,
I'll be angry
to
after.
be clear, you have lots and lots of bottles.
Doesn't
of really
matter.
expensive
It's
scotch.
my father's things.
Well, everything is.
No.
Okay.
He already irritates me on a regular basis.
Well, why did you tell him he could set up shop here? You told him that he could have part of your estate to set up the New England Center of Antiquities from your.
I didn't know that included taking scotch.
Well, it's Simon. It's Simon. You can have a conversation with him after while he's wearing your father's suit. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna. I'm actually gonna stay with Althea for a second.
You know what? I could. It just occurred to me I could break his legs and it would be fine.
What the fuck?
He's a sin eater. Although you'd feel it, so there's that.
That sounds like a win-win in Althea's mind.
Oh, Lord. Just throw the machete and get it over with.
Okay, so you picked up some, let's say, pharmaceutical supplies.
Yes.
From down there. You also have half a bottle of scotch.
Mm-hmm.
In your bag, in your doctor/forensic bag. Yeah. And you're angry at Simon. Usual things.
Yep.
And there was some kind of experiment going on down there to do with the clear liquid from one of the vials. And now you're going to leave, and I'm assuming go to the front to meet up with everybody.
Yes. Is there anywhere in... I would know, because it's my lab, but I have to ask you because you're the keeper. Is there anywhere in this lab, like... I mean, was the whole bottle of scotch wasn't gone?
No, half of it was
Half
gone.
of it was gone. And I still know that Simon... It's not like he could be passed out drunk here anywhere, because it's really hard for him to actually get drunk.
Yeah, unless this isn't his first bottle.
Yes, that's true. Oh, God.
Casual glance around. You want to take 5 minutes and really hunt around to make sure that he's not in a janitor's closet or something along the sorts. That'll be another 5 minutes. You've been down there for around 10 minutes so far. Well, 5 minutes to look over the alchemical check, and then 5 minutes to get your solution and deal with the scotch thing. Time is time.
No. I'm just going to leave.
Okay.
Just leave. It's fine.
Okay. With a grumpy face, you
With a
leave.
grumpy face, I leave.
When you're almost at the foyer, you catch Marion on her way to go look for you.
Yes.
We'll get to that. No, because Althea's been gone for 10 minutes. Let's catch everyone else up. Agatha and Amos.
Yo, what up?
It's 2:00 in the morning. It's it's dark out. It also feels slightly humid. Oh, sorry, Agatha.
Before we leave to go to the garagey, can we please go to the breakfast ballroom and see if there's any coffee? I don't even care if it's cold.
Do you go to the BBR, the breakfast ballroom? Are you going to grab Amos by the shoulder and take him with you, or are you just going to just separate?
No, I'm gonna grab him by the shoulder because we're drinking buddies.
I was gonna say, as soon as I see you turn towards BBR, I just pull the flask out of my sock, be like, "Yep," and then go follow suit.
If you guys are going for coffee, I can get us all some coffee while you're getting the car and save time.
Oh. I don't know, I'm desperate right now, so I'm gonna go in and grab whatever coffee
Agatha
is
just
there.
walks right by you. Just ghosts you.
I'll grab me a cup. I'll wait here for when Althea gets back.
You can see the tiredness in her eye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Hi-oh!
I'm just laughing at the... Oh.
Right, now you're still down.
Yeah, I know.
So, did you want to go with them into the BBR?
No, I'm
yeah,
expecting
you're gonna
Althea
wait
to be
before
back right away, so.
Amos and Agatha, you go into the BBR. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. Can you both roll me a luck roll, please?
42 out of 54.
29 out of 77.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was only using that roll to see where sort of Simon is. So as you walk into the BBR,
fuck.
you can see that, like, for the continental breakfast and stuff that you could have, like, you usually have a nice cooked breakfast and stuff in here because it is only the breakfast room.
Good old fucking rich
But breakfast foods are best foods, so it's okay.
Yes, and there's a long table, and you can see that there's some fresh coffee. And there's a couple of pots there, and you can see like muffins and stuff. Like there are snacks and stuff along the side. Little things of chocolate milk. Nah, just joking. But there's a lot of little snack foods and stuff there as well. Healthy snack foods.
It's almost like the staff here knows that their employer might work weird hours.
Really? Yeah. Never would have thought why they think that.
Okay.
And you can see over on that side table, the side, you know what I'm talking about. When you see
Coffee bar?
Yeah, like a coffee bar. You see Amos. He's right there.
What up?
No, you see Simon.
Oh, Jesus.
And he is dressed in a nice suit. And the suit does fit, like, it's like a perfect fit, the suit that he's wearing. And you've seen him, and you know from before that he was wearing Gordon Goodyear, which is Althea's father's suit. That came up a while ago, and there was a little bit of a discussion about it. This was a while ago since we played, but for the characters, less than a week. But it seems...
I know he's wearing Gordon Goodyear's suit.
Yeah. Okay. Because you're wearing Alowishes' coat.
Oh, right. Father, grandfather. Okay.
Yeah. But the suit is a different suit. It's more of it's a different suit than the one he had on before. So he's like raiding.
So while this one,
but he's just pretty much. He has one of those comically large mugs. You haven't seen it around, but he's like, and he has the mug, and he has a pot of coffee, and the pot of coffee's full. But when he's done pouring, the pot is empty. That pot.
Awesome.
And he lays it down, and he's just like. Yeah.
Is that the only coffee that's in that room?
Yeah, he just emptied the pot. Like I said, there is a couple of other pots there, but they're not filled. So you'd have to brew coffee.
I'm gonna shoot him.
I'm gonna go.
He doesn't. He still actually. I should roll this because if anyone would notice. So he knows better than to look at things. So his spot hidden isn't as high as some of you people.
Oh Lord!
So he doesn't even notice you, and he's just like taking a sip of the coffee again. You notice he doesn't put any cream or sugar in it. It's just black coffee.
Fair.
And he's just taking
Monster.
he's like, oh god, delicious.
I'm gonna go over to him and gut punch him and take his coffee.
What the fuck?
Okay, so Agatha, with Kathleen on her wrapped on a sling around her shoulder, you walk up. He does not see you there. He's so focused on the coffee, and you actually want to like punch him in the stomach. Like you're just tapping him, right? You're not
basically just like enough to like have him take him. I'm not gonna do it to you. Just to take him off guard enough that I can take the big thing of coffee away from him.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought you were walking up and just like fuck your kidney. Right? Just kidney punch, piss. Looks like I accidentally killed Simon.
I also
Lord.
just shit myself. In the middle of
I'm going to have you roll a fighting brawl with a bonus die.
Really?
Just to hit him the right way to make him move the right way with a bonus one.
What are you doing?
So you take the better. You just walk up.
Neither. Both of them are a fail. So that'd be 52 out of 38.
Roll me a luck roll.
A luck roll?
Well, because now you don't hit him the way you need to hit him. 90.
90
What's your luck?
77.
At a 77.
So
Okay,
much
so
for the coffee.
what happens? What happens is, as Simon is clearly loving the coffee he's drinking in this big, and you haven't seen, and it almost looks like now that you get a little bit close that this comically large mug seems to be homemade out of clay. Like, it seems to be like he potentially made this mug so it would be big enough. And you walk up and you figure, I'm just going to tap him in the stomach. He's going to bend over slightly and I'm going to grab it out of his hand. But what does happen is you misjudge his height maybe. You're not really sure. And you tap him in the junk. You just swing and you just, you bag tagged him. You just... And Simon just goes, ah! And throws, like, the coffee mug, like, flies out of his hand in shock of getting bag tagged or just smacked in the junk. That's that naughty luck. I gotta make it worth it because she doesn't fail luck too often because it's so high. And the mug goes up in the air and coffee starts, you know what I mean? It's raining. Coffee. Amos, can you roll me a luck roll? Can you roll me a luck roll?
It's raining men.
I'm stunned.
You might be scalded in a second if you just go ahead and roll your luck roll.
If I get taken out because of scalding coffee.
Just roll it. Just roll it. Just roll a luck roll.
What is even happening?
Agatha
you playing the wrong game?
Agatha was tired and she wanted a coffee. What'd you get?
85 out of 54.
So you're standing there a little bit off to the side, and when Simon goes, ah! And throws the mug, it beelines and smacks you in the chest, covering you in scalding hot coffee. You take 1 burn damage as it's like scalding, and then the mug just falls and shatters on the floor.
And now poor Simon's been bagged.
Don't forget, I wouldn't. Yeah, now Amos's hit point thing is
Windings, yes.
Yeah, it's more arcane symbols, but you're burnt.
So
you burnt.
So I have a.
How's my nuts feel?
Yeah, I have a question about that.
Yeah, you as it's a weird feeling for you because as the mug, the big comical mug, smacks into your chest and spills scalding hot coffee on you, even though it hit you in the chest, you get this dull pain in your junk. Just this dull pain in the crotch area. So from your viewpoint, because Agatha just walks up and cracks Simon in the balls. Just out of nowhere. I mean, I'm glad you guys are having a funny moment because...
Why? I don't...
No, but she was trying to do something else.
I don't... What the fuck?
But Simon is almost doubled over. And he's just like, oh... And he just looks over and he's like, why?
At the exact same time, I'm like, what?
Now,
the fuck?
Now, I know that it's scalding hot coffee. Is there water nearby?
There is.
No,
there
don't
is. No. There is a cold, like a pitcher of cold water.
I'm gonna swash the water onto Amos.
Okay, so as you say what, Agatha grabs a jug full of cold water and just throws it. Can you roll me? Actually, can you roll me a throw roll?
Oh no!
I just want to see where you hit him with the water. It's very quickly.
47 out of 20.
Can you roll me 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Can you roll me a d6, please?
What the fuck?
2.
So, Amos, as you say what? Out of nowhere, Agatha grabs a jug of water and as quick as possible, just doesn't throw the jug, but just like throws the water out of the jug at you, right in your face. Just this cold water right in your face. I'm assuming Amos is having a cigarette. I'm just assuming this.
He's at least.
Actually, I was gonna say because he had just pulled out the flask and opened it. He's just sitting there. He gets hit in the face with water and just takes a sip.
Yeah, so now you're scalding in the chest area. And you're just cold water in the face. So, Agatha, when it comes to bad decisions, You've done a lot?
I'm gonna go and grab a really stale.
Are you gonna
thing
say anything?
No.
Because Simon's just like, why?
I'm going to step over Simon, grab a really stale thing of coffee and an orange, and leave.
You're gonna grab a what sort?
An orange.
No, what was the first thing?
Stale thing of coffee. Whatever, you said there was old things of coffee, right?
Oh, yeah, so
Yeah.
there was some, most of them are empty. You don't really see a pot of coffee because he took the last one.
Oh, okay.
But if you just roll me a luck roll, there might be a pot with
Sure.
some stale coffee in it.
66 out of 77.
Yeah, so as you look over, you see behind all the other pot, because there's a few pots
Yep.
there, because but behind one of them you notice, oh wait, there seems to be an actual pot of full coffee that you didn't notice right away. It seems Simon brewed 2 pots because he knew he was drinking one, so that some other people could have the other pot.
I'm still only going to grab it and take an orange and leave.
So you grab the full pot of coffee,
Yes.
Skeet Jr., and an orange, also Skeet Jr., and you just leave.
As she walks past me, get out the door.
Yeah.
I don't like. I've just been staring towards Simon this entire time, and as she goes past, without turning, I just reach my hand out to grab her by the shoulder, turn her around, and I take the pot from her, and I walk towards.
Okay, wait.
Can I do a dodge?
Wait.
What the fuck?
Now wait. You're gonna grab the pot.
I'm gonna try to.
You're gonna try to grab the pot. So the handle or the pot, because she's holding the handle. Like, because it's an actual
it's fair
pot
point.
of coffee.
I'm gonna just grab her by the shoulder,
Okay.
turn her around, look at her.
So that much can happen.
Okay.
Oh, well, unless you're really going to not like trying to push away from him, even though he just grabs you by the shoulder to look at you.
No, I'll take it, sure.
I'll take it.
Pour the man a cup of coffee, you monster.
I'm going to take his flask and put it beside Simon.
So you have the flask in one hand, so you have the coffee pot in one hand.
Yeah.
So you're going to reach at your other hand to try to pull the flask out of his grip. That's an opposed strength roll.
Okay.
You both... I'm just going to do that. I don't think that would be fighting brawl. I think that would just be a strength.
Strength?
Yeah, because he's trying to hold on to it.
Which one is strength? Sorry.
It's an actual...
Tip top.
Yeah, it is.
I got a 91.
25
So
out
a
of
hard
60.
success. So, Agatha, as you're talking... What the fuck? Grabs your flask out of your hand and lays it, like, quickly just plops it on the table
For Simon.
And Simon is still not on the ground, but he's doubled over. Like he's just sort of bent down, and he's got this complete perplexing look. His cool, calm exterior is shattered by the nut punch. It's just
The only thing more random than he is.
It's like, he's also looking at you, taking Amos's flask and laying it on the table, just like, what is going on? Did you want to try to then like break free of his grasp and walk out?
Oh, I'm not like gripping.
No.
on.
But did you want to just lay it down and then just keep walking?
Pretty well, yes.
Okay, she does that, and then just unless you want to physically restrain her, she.
I'm too fucking confused to do anything.
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly go to Marion now, who's been waiting out there for around 5 minutes.
It's a good time to...
And Agatha walks out, and she has an orange in her hand and a full pot of black
How'd you grab
coffee.
the flask if you had an orange?
Magic.
I'm going to say she put the orange
Fair
in her
enough.
pocket then. I'm going to say, just
like,
as to
tuck
be
it in
clear,
her elbow.
yeah, she
Alright.
put it in her pocket. She's wearing a suit. That's
What
fine.
the fuck?
And that's all she has is a pot of black coffee and a roundish shape in her pocket that looks like an orange.
Fair.
I'm going to come back to you after.
They didn't have any thermos?
I didn't have time to look for a thermos.
Oh,
And I'm going to walk over, because I'm assuming there's always like little miniature cabinet bars everywhere. That's what I've been
Pretty
picturing
much.
this place. And I'm actually going to take out 2 highballs and just pour the coffee in those.
In highball glasses.
In highball glasses, and then drink one out of the highball glass, because I'm
Yeah.
too embarrassed to go back into the breakfast
giving-
ballroom.
Okay.
I'm giving her a very confused look and just take a moment.
I'm just going to look at Marion and go, It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I haven't slept in fucking eons. And then I'm just gonna, pretty well. And then I'm just gonna go get the car.
Okay, so...
And then right before you leave the room, I'm just gonna go, where's Amos?
Then we're going to go back to Amos and Simon, who are both looking at each other now. Simon seems to is standing up without clutching, and he's just like, He just looks shocked. He's just... You've never seen him look so discombobulated. He's just like, what? Is Agatha okay?
Jury's out.
Yeah, her eye looked pretty tired.
You fuck.
I had to use it. It is something Simon would say.
I just kind of go up, I grab the flask, and I just take a big swig and just kind of like offer it to him to do the same.
and he does as well. He takes a swig and then he hands it back. Oh man, I got some good stuff downstairs in the laboire though.
I'm not going down there right now.
Yeah, it's. Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's
Although,
really good sketch.
I mean, I guess this whole altercation's taken the course of 30 seconds.
Well, yeah, it's fine. It's been.
Yeah. I'm like, I mean, I came in to grab coffee, but I guess that's not fucking happening.
Well, I guess we can just brew a pot. It'll only take 5 minutes. Less than that, really.
I need to get the car. We've got to go to deal with it. Anything about the goo?
Oh, I'm just doing some experiments downstairs on it, but because I did, I need to roll a check for Simon, actually. Remember when you came down a certain period of time ago and I was working on the black goo you found in Alowishes' coat, right? In the cigarette case. Well, now when we went down to the theater again, we found a cigarette case with clear liquid in it, which we had discussed, and one where I thought that maybe it could change your features, similar to where the black goo seems to be more of a drastic change, maybe a permanent change. It seems the clear goo is potentially temporary. I'm not really entirely sure, and I don't think anyone should just put it on themselves just to see what happens. We don't know what this stuff is, but I think there is a connection. I think that one maybe came from the other. You know what I mean? They might have a similar source. But they're different.
Concerning, because either the source is here or the copy is here, littered in the bottom of this basement.
Yeah, I have no idea. This is just doing some research, drinking some fine scotch. You know, just trying to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah. I might know more by the time you get in. Also, I did receive word from Mr. Black, so he'll be by tomorrow morning with the large Egyptian, that chest you found. So he said he'll be by sometime before lunch.
Fantastic. We'll probably be sleeping by then if we make it back. Yeah, we got to go raid a coroner's office now. So
he gives you a little bit of a what?
Remember the autopsy we were doing on the Skeet lookalike a couple days ago?
Yeah, the one who burned himself after the incident at Heinrich's house.
Yeah. And then the things bust out of him.
Yes, the
police impounded a car a couple of days before that, or about a day before that, with another body in the trunk of that one I've discovered.
Another one that looked like
Escape.
Oh wow, that is definitely. Well, that's definitely a reason for concern. And you're saying that body would be at the morgue or one of the morgue. I mean, Althea would know which morgue it would be sent to, depending on the location in the city.
However, are you staying up for a bit looking at that goo?
Yeah, I don't think I should leave it to its own devices.
Great.
Especially if one of the staff members goes downstairs and tries to clean up, and then something could happen. Or Althea's down there by herself and screws around with it.
Great. I don't know if this has any impact on your research, but perhaps you can take a note of this and see what this does.
You notice Simon doesn't really look tired at all. Like, he looks...
Must be nice.
He just... And then you realize, yeah, he's usually always on the go. Whenever you're looking for him, he's usually always on the go.
One of these days I'll get that youthful... He looks way younger than me, yeah?
He does actually look younger than you.
Youthful optimism.
Right? There's a paleness to him, though. But
Hey,
he
this is too much.
doesn't really look aged at all. He looks like he's around in his mid-30s. I don't know how old your character is. Early to mid-30s.
Mid-40s.
You're mid-40s?
I think so.
Or you're
I'm
almost
39.
40?
I'm 39.
Yeah. So,
He's not much younger than me.
yeah, he looks to be around early to mid-30s.
All right.
But you also know that he is significantly older than that.
So we're talking about fluids that can possibly make you appear like someone else.
Well, it's some kind, potentially.
Ulrich Fannin, Walter Corbett, Michael Thomas, Carl Sanford, Skeet Wilson-Bottom. This burnt corpse prior to its immolation, and whatever the fuck this corpse is that's in the morgue's office, all look the same.
Oh, really? We know what Walter
Strikingly
Corbett looks like.
No, I don't have a photo of Walter Corbett. A lot of the timeline things are kind of suspiciously comparative. But I have seen a picture of Ulrich. I think there was a brief picture of Michael Thomas.
No, Bill gave you a description where he looked like a madman, but you didn't know that you can't say for sure whether Michael Thomas looks like Skeet.
Right.
The only ones that you can say for sure was Carl Sanford, and that came from Father O'Malley, and Ulrich Fannin because
there's a photo.
Country Skeet and City Skeet.
And then there was a photo of an unnamed person in Swill's Gullet. Swill's
Bottom. Ooh, it's an even creepier place.
In Swill's Gullet from, I don't remember the date, but it was early enough that it couldn't have been our Skeet, who looked a lot like Skeet.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, another Wilson-Bottom.
Yeah, but see, that was in Althea's research on Swill's Gullet. So until you do the car ride. Yeah. It was a photograph from the early 1900s, I believe.
Right.
So like 20 years previously, whatever it was.
1917, I thought you said.
Oh, then that's
1912.
Because if it's 1917, that's recent enough that it could have just been Skeet.
Or no, or maybe it was late 1800s.
I think
That's
it was
probably
18.
more likely.
Either way, let's just say it was a photograph from a while ago.
Yes.
Regardless, I don't have that information.
And it shows a picture of a celebration in Swill's Gullet.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it seemed to be a figure was in the photo that looked like Skeet, but it's
just so I've got a photo of a couple guys that look similar to Skeet. They're not Skeet, and then a couple of timeline items that are really, really suspicious. Either these are all individuals that are very tightly woven or are aliases for each other given the nature of when they disappear and show up. Fun, interesting facts. Don't know if that'll help you along. There you go.
Well, I wouldn't be able to. I mean, I wouldn't be able to make any conjecture in regards to why Skeet has so many people who looks like him. It could, because the only experience we really have is when the slugs, how do I put this delicately, get into somebody. There's usually a drastic change, almost a monstrous, horrific effect, as they're sort of torn asunder and like stuff like that.
That's why we got to get to the coroner's office immediately in case that happens before sunup.
Yeah. As far as I know, I probably we should probably tread lightly. Yeah. In regards to this liquid and not take anything for granted with this chemical residue or whatever it is.
That's why we're taking Taps McGee over there and taking her over with a whole lot of us over to the coroner's office to deal with potentially a whole body full of that crap. So, good luck. Tell you if we survive. I take the flask back.
And Simon, as you say, if we survive, he's like, well, I hope you do, man. It would take a little bit to find another suitable people to help in the endeavor of, rescuing Alistair is really time sensitive, so do your best not to snuff it, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, plus, there is a connection between us, and, you snuffing it mightn't be the best thing that would happen either. Yeah. So do the best to keep yourself alive. I would take it as a personal favor. He seems it almost sounds selfish. The reason it's not, he doesn't. He's just worried about how it'll affect him or the rescuing of Alistair.
I just raise the flask. I'm like, for you, buddy, and then I grab a muffin and I leave. Mm-hmm. Is Marion still in the foyer as I push the doors open?
So what happens is, Agatha you're in the foyer. That took around a total of 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That whole thing. So Agatha, you used the pot and you filled up some what kind of glasses was it?
Highball.
Yeah, highball glasses, and you had 2 glasses filled up, and you drank one.
And I passed the other one to to Amos.
And Amos, as
Oh,
you
so you're
walk,
outside when I come out?
Yes.
yeah. So as you walk through the BBR doors, and then down the hall a little bit to the foyer, you can see Marion and Agatha there. And Agatha hands you a highball glass of coffee. Just looks like a glass of black liquid. Oh no! No, but it hands you a highball glass of coffee. And Marion, you do notice as Amos is walking, he's like soaked. It looks like he's just like somebody poured a bucket of water on him.
Shirt stains.
And there's brown like coffee stains all over his shirt.
Throw the door open with the flask in hand, looking like that.
And you're handed coffee.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to stomp right on up so that I'm like nose to nose with you and just take the glass, pour whiskey into the coffee, put a finger in and stir it,
Good, we're ready to go.
drink the whole fucking thing while eyeballing. Fuck, man. And then just head out the door.
Sometimes this happens in games, just absolute ridiculousness. Marion, is there any reaction to what's going on? There seems to be a tension between Amos and Agatha. There's almost this good cop, bad cop, crazy cop.
I keep like almost saying something and then not, and just like, but how? And then after they both leave, I just kind of shake my head and I go looking, and I turn and slowly start making my way towards the lab to look for Althea.
Marion, could you roll me a psychology roll?
I was going to say, good time to remind our listeners that Agatha works in the field of psychology.
60 out of 68.
Put a tick in psychology. From your viewpoint, looking at what's happening, they bonded. They have a shared psychosis. You've witnessed this thing with the party, and they're finding. You notice that that they've just bonded, and that's why they can, take the piss out of each other, right?
Yeah.
They're poking at each other and stuff like that. But when the chips are down, they got each other's back.
But they have similar issues.
They have similar issues. Yeah, they're bonding over just a shared psychosis more than anything else. Yeah.
Alcohol and magical rats.
Yeah. So the reason
It is unfortunate.
and for the listeners, the reason that why on a past psychology that I explained it in that regards is that for Marion, that is a proper result of a successful, because you have bonded. You are like, you were just referred to him as your drinking buddy. You wouldn't do this to Marion. You wouldn't like go up and throw water in her face, right? Or Althea, because she'd cut you.
Because she cut you.
It's true.
Right? So
Words and blades.
There is that.
I'd just inject her.
So we're dealing with Althea.
Razor blades
I
and
think
lemon juice.
everyone tonight is becoming a bit more villainous. I don't know. Like, what did everyone have for breakfast? Carnation Insta-Bitch? Like, what the fuck's that?
Carnation Insta-Bitch? Is
Like,
that
you
what
know?
you just said?
Yeah. No, I mean, everyone is like, I'm not calling people, I just mean that everyone is being...
Oh, yeah, you just call this Insta-Bitches. It's fair.
No,
It's fine.
it's the but you walked in, Agatha, and smacked Simon in the junk, and then threw
Legit.
cold water in Amos's face.
To be helpful.
Who
in
the
a
fuck are you?
Different way.
You try to be helpful in a different way. Never help me, Agatha. Never help me. Anyway, that took around 5 minutes. That ridiculousness. So at this point, you're downstairs getting your drugs or whatever kind of pharmaceutical stuff. Althea, I'm talking to. So now Amos and Agatha, are you going to continue out now to get
Yes.
Packer Twin 6 at the
Yes.
the garage? The garage. The garage.
Garage.
The car hold.
The car hole.
The auto park. Car hold.
Oh, car hole. They said car hole.
Well, same thing.
I was
Car
like,
It's
hold.
a tailpipe.
Car.
Name of your sex tape. Anyway.
Fuck.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Gotta keep this in time specific. So Amos and Agatha finally head outside,
Yes, we
and you go down the stairs, and pretty much it's around, I don't know, 500 or 600 feet along the house that way, just further in. There's like a three garage doors, which is one of the garages on the estate. That seems to be that's where Simon does most of This is where Skeet does most of his work, because in the trees opposite the house from that garage is his tree house. Right. It's in those trees. So it's around 2:05, 2:10 in the morning, and you walk up and the garage door is open. Although you've never really seen one of them closed, I don't think security was the biggest issue on the estate, although it probably should be. It was never really an issue. And there is a Packard Twin 6 in that spot. It seems to be waxed. Like, it seems to be polished. Skeet, from what you've noticed when it comes to cars and almost anything like mechanical,
takes pride in
he really takes care of things. So it looks really polished and nice. You can almost see a reflection in it, and it's just sitting there. Marion, because I never had anyone else do it, and it's more for the group in general, could you roll me a luck roll? Because everyone else has already rolled one.
I'm in the foyer.
I know you're not there.
Okay.
It doesn't matter who rolls it.
You asked Will Wheaton to make a roll?
91.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
No,
Hey, what did you roll?
You rolled high, too.
Yeah. Once in a blue moon.
It's a lot of blue moons, man.
That's fair, too.
Although you made a lot of Constitution savings,
Yeah.
Constitution checks one game.
I burned all my luck that day.
It's full on Blue River.
Either way, apparently Skeet isn't around.
Thank God.
So there was a chance. Like, I'm just rolling these rolls to see where specific people could be. Simon and Skeet being one.
Because you really want us to spend time before going to the coroner's office.
Well, no, it's just potentially, even though it's 2 a.m, Skeet could be out in the garage working. He's not.
I'm going to check the trunk of the car to make sure that it's ours.
Yeah,
it's got multiples, right?
Yeah, it looks like Supernatural. So basically what happens is because that's Althea's trunk. As you open up the trunk, there's a pile of random things that'll appear if proper luck rolls are made.
Fucking rich people.
There's a 10-foot pole. No, you know what I mean.
10-foot pole and a 3-foot trunk.
But you also need to, because this is the first time you really looked in this trunk proper, I need you to make me a spot hidden roll. Because you've never really...
24 out of 73.
So I need you to put a tick in spot hidden.
So hard success, if that matters. Hate that.
Hey, Lindsay. My spot hidden is also 69.
Sweet Jesus
Christ, people. Get your minds out of the gutters. Anyway, no, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. What's your spot hidden at?
73.
Oh, loser. So, no, but put a tick in spot hidden.
Did.
And you do notice, I don't remember which other character had noticed this before. I think it was at Heinrich's house with Skeet, in quotation marks, who was with Althea in the Packard. I can't remember exactly the situation. But either way, there was a special trunk within the trunk. So up on the top itself, like almost where the trunk,
the lid of the trunk?
The lid of the trunk hinges to the back of the car.
Yeah.
You notice that there's a little tinier, almost like a glove compartment there. And there's a little written on it in like white little paint is "Do not touch." And it's like a little, seems like it'd be a smaller glove compartment. And it's "Do not touch," but it's like not written well. And touch is spelled TOCH.
Agatha.
I'm gonna make sure I grab one of the set of keys off of. I'm assuming there would be like hooks on the door, and then I'll walk over to where Amos is. Yes.
Point at the box.
You see this "Do not touch." Do not touch.
Well, it's early enough in the morning, and I go to open it. She always has to look.
I'll open it too.
You'll open it with me?
Yeah.
So you both reach together.
What is it with you two and having to sneak into my stuff?
This is Skeet's stuff.
This is Skeet's writing.
It's still my car.
So as you go and you open up, it's like a smaller glove compartment.
Yeah.
You open it up and it sort of flops down, like the lid, the glove compartment. The lid just sort of flops down, And inside you can see what appears to be, it's a little cubbyhole. And in it there seems to be almost like velvet laid on the bottom, like a velvet cloth that's folded up and laid on the bottom. And it looks like there's a handgun in there. It's a little bit dark, so it's hard to see, but it just doesn't look right. But it looks like there's a handgun there.
I'll flick the lighter on and kind of like see if I can see anything in there when I kind of...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
I assume there's no light in this garage.
Yeah, so you flick on your lighter and you bring it into the trunk.
Yeah.
Can you roll me a luck roll, please? I'm just joking, because I'm pretty sure you're not carrying dynamite in the trunk.
No, he's the only one who carries dynamite.
Yeah, and you're the one who carries the machetes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm only joking. There's nothing that's going to go off. But as you shine the light in closer to this little cubby hole, it looks like a handgun. Now, it's sort of what pops into your mind. It's very reminiscent of way back in Swill's Gullet. You remember seeing Skeet's shotgun, which was the shotgun that Skeet had thrown together out of parts, and it looks a little bit crazy. And what you do remember is it had one of the creatures, if you will, had tried to shoot Marion with it, and it blew up in its hands. Right?
Sure.
But it looks to be this ramshackled, thrown together Skeet's pistol.
Nope.
Or Skeet's revolver.
Nope.
Which is laid in there, is what it is. Is just basically what it looks like.
Fuck no.
I'm just gonna close
Yeah.
the latch, and I'm going to get in the car and drive it to the front.
Oh, yeah, dude, go get the fucking Jesus. Don't leave me behind. Fuck.
Okay, yeah. So basically, I'm just going to jump ahead and say you shake your head, you close that little glove compartment with Skeet's revolver. There's various different Skeet-made things all over the place. You hop into... Agatha hops into the driver's seat, and I'm assuming you're in the passenger seat.
Close the glove
Amos
box
isn't.
inside the trunk and then...
Yeah. You close it. You both hop in. You drive to the front of the building. At this point, Althea has returned from the laboratoire and met up with Marion, who is walking to go find her.
Yep.
And they come down the steps and they hop into the vehicle as well.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Call. Our next episode will air Tuesday, September 6th, with Spacers, our sci-fi podcast, and waiting for us all to get together again before recording more episodes. Please leave us a review in your podcast app of choice and visit our main website for merch and Ko-fi. Music and ambient tracks licensed through Triune Films and Artlist. Your players for tonight were Elizabeth Wells, Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, and Zach Barrett. Your audio operator was Rob Hickey, and your GM or Keeper was Derek Snow. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.